Welcome to this video where I will show you how to get started with the Atmospheric Smoke Bundle. Because we wanted to create a powerful tool without compromises and in the highest quality, we decided to offer you as many options as possible on how to use it. On our website, smokerelay.com, you will find a wide selection of tools to download, and I will recommend which formats to choose according to your needs. First, let's talk about the difference between a brush and an overlay. The brushes are imported directly into the graphic editor and are fast, easy to use, and allow for the use of layer style. The brush sizes are up to 5000 px, which are roughly equivalent to 21 megapixel photographs. On the other hand, our overlays offer top quality resolution at 8800 px, equivalent to a 50 megapixel photo, providing versatility in enhancing images with textures and effects. However, fine-tuning the effect may require additional adjustments. But for now, let's take a closer look at the formats of brushes and overlays. First, let's talk about the difference between a 16-bit brush and an 8-bit brush. 8-bit brushes offer standard quality effects and quick work with the graphic editor. On the other hand, 16-bit brushes offer a wider color range, smoother transitions, which brings the highest quality of effect. The downside is that they may require more performance from the graphic editor. You can choose whether you prefer the speed of 8-bit brushes and compromise on perfect detail, or you want perfect quality, but you may experience slower performance in the graphic editor on weaker setups. Now let's take a look at overlays, which we offer in 3 possible versions. JPEG offers optimal quality and speed of use with blending mode used for transparency, but the inconvenience is that it is located in a folder outside of Photoshop. The PNG file is inherently transparent, but the file size may affect the performance of the graphic editor in more demanding projects. PNG files are also stored outside of Photoshop. The most convenient method is to import overlays as a library directly into Photoshop so you have the effects ready immediately. The downside is that it may slow down the closing of Adobe Photoshop. Then we have Actions, which we recommend downloading in any case. For videos, you can choose whether you want to watch them offline or conveniently from our website. So what to use? For the highest speed and performance, we recommend JPEG overlays in combination with 8-bit brushes. On the smokerelay.com website, in the My Account/Download section, you can easily download everything. If you are looking for uncompromising quality and convenience, we recommend using overlays as an imported library in 16-bit brushes. This option may slightly slow down the performance of the graphic editor on less powerful setups. So it's up to you whether you decide on quality or speed, and it depends only on your specific needs. Are you using an older version of Photoshop, such as CS6? You may encounter an error when importing brushes. Older versions of Photoshop do not allow importing brush files larger than 2 gigabytes at once. That's why we have special versions of brushes prepared for you, which also work on older versions. Unfortunately, the overlay library will not be available for you in older versions. Instead, we recommend using JPEG overlays. If you're using Photoshop Elements, you can import 8-bit brushes in the Affinity and Element version. However, libraries are not available for the Elements version of Photoshop. And what about Affinity Photo? If you're using Affinity Photo, you can import 8 or 16-bit brushes in the Affinity version. Unfortunately, libraries and actions are not available for Affinity Photo. We give creators the freedom to choose what suits them best. You can download everything conveniently from our website, smokerelay.com, and be sure not to forget to watch our tutorials, which contain know-how on how to use our tools. I hope I've explained the basics of our Smoke Bundle to you. I look forward to seeing you in our next tutorial videos.